difficult choice to make between king d6 and rook takes e6. But in our studio, we have a young man, a young grandmaster who is absolutely on fire. 5.5 out of 6 in the last rounds. He is with Cristian Chirila celebrating his victory.
Thank you, Alejandro. Yes, we are indeed with a very happy victor and new co-leader of the big group, Abhi Mishra. Abhimanyu, first of all, big congratulations. 5.5 out of 6 in the last 6 rounds. How did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, after losing my second game round against Ali Marandi, I just thought, okay, like it's one game, nothing, and I've been preparing for this tournament for like over 2 months, and all the preparation, like okay, one game can go bad in the tournament, but I felt that it will eventually show.
You are playing this round against the leader of the event, the invincible man in this event. You are also playing with the black pieces. How did you approach this game? Did you see it as a must-win situation?
Yeah, I kind of saw it as a must-win situation if I was competing for first as such. But the thing is, like, when you're black, you cannot, against a very strong opponent, and if they want to make a draw of the opening, you cannot like you can't avoid them. You can't stop them. If you do that, you'll just lose the game right there. So I was thinking I'll just play whatever lines I usually play, and just play a game. If he plays on and we get a game, good.
And he did. And he did play on, and you guys got a game. And actually, let's take a look at that game.
Yeah, take us a little bit of the critical moments. Where did you feel you started really getting that advantage? Obviously, you're up a pawn, but the position remains very complex here.
Yeah, actually, when I was discussing it with him a few minutes upstairs ago, so he said that this was all his preparation. And he said after knight g4, engine said to play knight takes e4 for whatever reason.
No, it was not knight g4, it was knight c4.
Ah.
So he forgot his preparation.
And castle, you have knight takes e6, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
So now you're forced to exchange one pair of knights, and that's a big difference.
Ah.
Because I can put some more pressure with the rook coming to c1, rook fc1.
Yeah. That was the main reason why I didn't take e4, because I felt if I took on e4, then he has like rook fc1 with like his queenside attack is one move faster.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he castled, and it felt like you started to take over maybe around here. Maybe he was
like yeah,
still okay.
c5. This is still a complete draw after bishop c5, rook c5, and yeah, he missed this rook f5 move.
Uh-huh.
And I think bishop f3 is a mistake here.
Actually, why didn't he go e3?
Yeah, e3. I think there's some crazy lines like rook takes f2, but I'm not entirely sure if they work. Like bishop e7,
queen takes e3.
Queen takes e3, bishop takes a8.
Oh my goodness.
And now like rook d8's a threat. And if you go like h6, 94, and you knight e4, and he can just give up his queen, at least.
Right. And if you have nothing with this rook, huh?
Apparently.
The king is just very safe on h1.
So now you just play h6?
Even this doesn't work, huh?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe knight g4, king h3.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. The king's fine on g2.
Yeah.
That's a funny line. Rook takes f2. I guess he got scared.
Yeah, but after e3, I mean, there were some. I think maybe black is fine here, but there's like some lines which you should avoid. Like bishop takes g2 is like the most natural move if rook takes f2 doesn't work. But I think here white has rook takes a6.
Oh yeah, that's a nice move.
And now there's like two lines: rook takes a6, b takes a6, queen c6. Because yeah, queen b3, rook d8 is made. And now there's like rook d8, knight d8, queen b8. And I think it was king f8, a7.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, if you go rook a5, queen b4, you lose.
What about bishop f3?
Bishop 3?
Bishop f3. Ah, you have queen to b4.
Okay, bishop f3 I promote.
Yeah.
Ah, you promote, and that's a checkmate.
It's checkmate on e8, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the lost, actually. I don't see a defense.
And instead of, if you don't play this, if you go back a few moves, there was some issue with if you play queen b7 instead of rook takes a6. There was rook takes a8, queen takes a8, queen to a4. Just make sure you don't play queen a3 because queen takes a3, queen f8. But yeah, after queen a4, you lose your piece back. There's nothing you can do.
Right, because the threat is to trade and go rook d8. And there's actually nothing you can do about it. It's kind of sad.
And yeah, so I was planning to play something else, but white should be fine, I guess.
But a big mistake with bishop f3, and you took full advantage of it immediately,
yeah,
attacking
I had this
f2.
Or a knight e5.
Yeah, knight e5. And
instead of knight e5, I think rook takes f3 was another move, but this also leads to some crazy variations, like rook takes f3, knight d5, I think.
Knight d5,
Knight d5, queen takes f2 check, rook takes f2, rook takes b3. And now white has knight c7. And maybe black is somehow winning here, but I couldn't see it. Like rook c8, he has ba6. And I have to a7.
So you have to go rook a7.
Rook a7, you have rook d2. And ba6.
And he just stays like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to hard to say that you're going to win with this pawn on a6 always being a problem.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of calculation in this game was necessary. It takes 95, 94.
And now I had this nice knight f3, queen b7 idea, but maybe queen b7, like for some reason engine doesn't like queen b7.
Don't worry about it. At this point, it says pretty much everything's winning.
Yeah,
It's already a completely
yeah, knight d4 is also like completely winning. You just take b5.
It just didn't want to be as fancy as you were, but queen b7 is definitely a good move. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I just wanted to like finish this as quickly as possible as such, because queen, like knight d4, knight takes b5 will be winning in the long run, but against such a resourceful opponent, I didn't want to take such risks.
And if you lose the a6 pawn, then it's
Yeah.
going to be a very difficult conversion, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, certainly a bunch of games won there in a row for you. Just got stopped with a draw one round ago, yesterday. Did you expect to come in and wipe out so many opponents in a row?
I didn't actually expect this, but I was just trying, and as I said before, I've been preparing for this tournament for a very long time, and I felt very confident in my preparation, and now everything is working out perfectly.
Well, you seem like a happy man, and certainly we are happy to see you make progress. Of course, all eyes on Abhimanyu, the youngest Grandmaster in the history of the game.
And one final question for you, Abhimanyu. Tomorrow you have a big clash against Christopher Yu, a player that probably is going to be one of your main rivals for years to come. How will you approach that game?
I'll approach it the same way I approach every game. Just try and play whatever I can do best.
Well,
and whatever goes on after that that's not in my control.
Absolutely. That's a very healthy attitude to have. Good luck tomorrow, and we're looking forward to see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, bright and early.